Hi, welcome to another podcast, Latin Chamber of Commerce, Leaders in Action. And today we had a wonderful guest that we know for a little bit of time in business, but I'll let my co-host, our Director of Programs of the Latin Chamber of Commerce, Maite Salazar, to introduce her.
Well, thank you so much. It's really exciting to be here with our graduates for the LCC Leaders. It's been a real honor and a pleasure working with a lot of leaders and business owners in the community. And today we have a very special guest with us that we want to learn more about. Ana Barragan, one of our graduates from our initial series. Ana, tell us more about you and your business and why you decided to do what you do.
Thank you, Maite. First of all, thank you, Carlos, Maite, and the Latin Chamber of Commerce for this opportunity to come here and speak to you about what you guys do for us, this leadership class, and about my business. And so, again, I'm Ana Barragan. I recently established my own architecture firm here in Las Vegas. I've been in the construction industry for about 25 years, initially in the United States Air Force as enlisted.
Wow. Thank you for your
Thanks
service.
for your service. Yes.
Oh, thank you for saying so. It was an honor to serve. Then I used that when I finished my service. I used the GI Bill and put myself through the architecture program of UNLV. I've been practicing in the Valley for great architecture firms for a while now, and I finally am ready to establish my own practice.
That's super exciting. Wow. And then, a female entrepreneur, veteran, so impressive.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes. And when you had a career on a military service, we appreciate that, and we thank you for that service, the service you bring to this great country.
Thank you.
Then you came to work for another company, and now you are doing your own business,
Correct.
entrepreneur, which is very challenging. And what obstacles, what challenges you had, and how you overcome those?
That's a great question. I think challenges for somebody like me, an immigrant, is perhaps not having always the right role models, the right guidance around me. And so the way I overcame this is perhaps by joining the military. It was one of many reasons why I joined. In the military, I ran into and met people from all walks of life and background. I saw how they went through life and made their way through life. I learned from them. I also learned from the military, as we know, provides a lot of also leadership opportunities and encourages people to raise in rank in leadership. Now in the business world, it's organizations like this one, right, that provide the tools like this leadership class, and also the having a group of peers of like-minded, and we're all in the same type of business or types of businesses and supporting each other. That's what's helped me through the challenges.
Well, it's interesting that with your background, I've heard so many stories of people that have been in the military and come out and are lost and not really because maybe they chose an MOS or a field in the military that wasn't necessarily transferable or applicable into the real world. And so it's interesting how you were able to build off of something that you did in the military, and that's how you established yourself outside of the military.
Yes, I was fortunate in that way. Architecture was always the goal. The military didn't have it. It had, of course, they're more practical, and they had the engineering that is associated with our built environment. And I was at the time aware enough that was as close as I could get in the military, but that I could build upon it. And I didn't know yet at the time if I would serve longer in the military or not, but I knew that it was an option to then use that basis to then continue with the ultimate goal that was architecture.
I want to ask another question.
Sure, sure.
I want to build on that.
Because I had another one in mind. So.
I know we're going to be fighting over the questions.
There's a lot there, yeah.
But as a veteran in the Air Force, and of course, I support all branches of military service, there are so many skills that you can acquire, and there are so many benefits of serving in the military. As a veteran, and speaking to young people, is that something you would recommend, and why would you recommend it?
Excellent question. I think the military, above and beyond serving our country, which is so important, is a wonderful organization to build skills. To sometimes, as I mentioned, we don't have the right guidance in our environments as minorities, as immigrants, as all of, maybe we're from disadvantaged backgrounds, right? And the military really does take us in as a family and provides the structure and the organization that somebody like us could use and build upon, for sure.
Wow.
It's a great brotherhood. I mean,
Yes.
they follow to the whole life. So it's friends you had forever.
Yes.
But now you solve one question. I say, why all the buildings in the military in Berlin, I've been there so many, I say, they are so ugly. I know they have all the engineers, they don't have any architects. So now you solve my problem. Oh, I say, why so ugly those buildings? So now I know.
Hopefully they take note of this conversation and bring more architects into
Because,
service.
everything is square and holes. And, well, okay, you know it.
They're they're function over form, or something. What is that? Yeah.
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah.
Anna, tell us how you find about the program, the Leaders program, the Latin Chamber of Commerce Leadership program.
Yes, Carlos. As a matter of fact, I ran into you at business fair, small business fair, and you connected me to some contractors in town. I met up with them, and then I started learning about the Chamber of Commerce. I signed up with you, and I've been working a couple of organizations this way and trying to improve myself and network. And through your organization, I read about this program. As soon as I read it, I knew that it was a wonderful learning opportunity, and I jumped on it, no question.
Well, I'm glad you did. For the LCC Leaders Program, was there like a revelation, an aha moment, something that, like you said, wow, I didn't expect to learn this?
Yes, there was many, but one that comes to mind right now is the courses begin with a personal assessment. It was shocking how accurate that assessment was for myself. In the description, I really saw myself, and it was genius to start with that for the courses because, of course, self-awareness is the first step to growth, right? Mm-hmm. And it was both fun and eye-opening to start that way. And then the rest of the courses just built upon each other. It was very impressive and very well organized.
In this program, because your experience, you were in the military, so there's a lot of discipline there. And engineer, because you know the trade. Mm-hmm. Now you become architect and work for another company. Now you are an entrepreneur. What in this class gave you that moment to grow? You say, that's what I'm this level right now. But this class motivates me to go to the next level.
Yes. I think this course opened up my eyes in that I wasn't just building a architecture practice, or at least I shouldn't. I should think about that business family and team that I'm trying to put together, and think more holistically. It really opened my eyes to that. I believe now with the skills and the theories of this course that I'm in a better trajectory to do just that. I am now thinking about core values, which I wasn't before, right? I was thinking about the business side of things, about the architecture side of things. But to think about the big picture and holistically the core values is something new that I got directly from this course.
And I know the practice is really difficult. I mean, to be solo entrepreneur and start from yourself, and also to make and needs, to make the payroll and everything is difficult. Believe me, I'm in the construction industry and I understand very well when you had a project, you invest a lot of time and money, and you never know when it's coming, if you win or you not, or a split decision because you become subcontractor for another firm. How you deal with that? How you overcome those challenges?
Carlos, you couldn't have put it better. The construction world is intense. It's not for the weak of heart,
Yes.
right? It's project based, and you never know when the next project is coming. And while you have the current project, it takes all of your energy. It's definitely a balance. I'm also a mother, and so construction and motherhood sometimes butt heads, and it's the support of family really that helps. The support of organizations like this one, it takes a village to be in business as a solopreneur, right? Is the word. So yes, I accept. I'm not proud. I accept help from wherever I can get it.
We're so honored, Ana, because we believe in empowering women. I mean, not that we don't believe in empowering men too, but
Hey,
but
I take the happy hour advice, so I'm good.
but we really, I mean, the program is designed for all people. So we don't discriminate, but we do focus on Latino women a lot because they are at the forefront of entrepreneurship. They're the fastest growing entrepreneur segment in the country. And so you are especially unique because you are a woman, you're a veteran, an entrepreneur in an environment that's not typically female based. So you're unique in so many ways. And so as a woman, Latina entrepreneur working in a field that typically is male dominated, do you have any advice for women who may not even think about this as an option? You know, like fields that are typically male dominated. You've obviously haven't seen that as maybe it has been an obstacle, but you've certainly overcome them. So what would you say to other Latino women or young girls who are thinking about their future and their careers? You know, they can do anything, right?
We really can. And my answer may be counterintuitive. And that is that I didn't think about it.
Interesting.
I didn't let that stop me, or I did not put any weight on the idea that I couldn't do it because I was a female. So architecture was the goal, and that was my North Star. And however way I had to do it, whether it was through the military, whether it was a GI Bill, whether it was working for many great firms, whether it was working longer than my peers, harder than my peers, whatever I needed to do, it got done. And I didn't worry about genders. I didn't worry about social status. I didn't worry about anything. I did what I had to do. And so what I would say to anybody, female or male, is that don't let anybody tell you you can't do anything. You just do it, and it can be done.
Well, it's all about mindset.
No, I appreciate that. Let me tell you, it is true the past was male dominated. In the past, I remember when I saw the first female on the Carpenters Union, and I saw it working.
Yes.
And I used to have the drywall and paper company. I had a female employee, and I was amazing. I opened my eyes. And today's, I'm talking old timers, and today I see the different boards, and it's woman dominated. And construction in the past, we used to play games, say, oh, it's a front person. Not today, not. I know business owners on construction, electrical, underground, and many other general contractors that are female-owned and really coming from the field and they're on the companies. And I'm very impressed because, I'm very impressed, like you are, because you are a professional, you're a mom, and mom is 24 hours job.
It is.
It's 24 hours plus. It's not 24 hours plus.
It's a
So
forever
you
job.
don't have any
Absolutely.
breaks. Plus, have a business, have employees, and with your career, your background, and the military, is only respect for you.
Thank you very much.
Not honest.
But Carlos, you said something very interesting in that you more and more you see women in this field,
Yes.
and that is true. I see it myself, and I also see the quality that women bring into the construction world.
Oh.
It is a very tough world. We have to toughen up for it as women, but we also bring a sensitivity that perhaps wasn't there that benefits the industry at large. And so when we talk about diversity, we shouldn't think about it as because we want diversity for the sake of the person. No, we want diversity for the sake of the business because it's best for the business.
Wonderful.
Diversity, the female aspect that we bring to construction is so important and it benefits the industry.
Well, it is
Awesome.
interesting that you say that because men and women think differently. Women are intuitive about certain things that men are not, so we can catch certain things.
Thank you. Yes, for my side. Yeah. I agree.
I think your wife
Yeah,
might
yeah,
agree
yeah,
too, right?
Okay. Yes, Kani.
But no, I think you're right. I mean, it's just like the disc. You know, we
Right.
can't be strong in every area, so we complement each other, and so building the right team with the right skills.
Absolutely.
It's similar to that concept.
It is, and
Yeah.
it's that diversity we're talking about. We need all of it. We need every personality type in the team because they all bring different strengths, like the disc says.
Yeah.
And when you took this class, and thank you for that, which class impact you the most or mentors?
That's a tough question. Every mentor, every topic, every class had just so much information, and the breadth of knowledge of them all was truly impressive. It's hard to pick any. If I were to just give one example, there are many, but one is Michelle Berry is finance topic, right? It was very direct and to the point and very practical information that I was able to grab and take from that class and implement immediately to the benefit of my business, right? And that's what's great about this course is that it offered both theoretical and practical information.
Yeah.
Both of it extremely useful, right? And that any business owner can implement right away.
It's so funny that you bring up the finance class because that's the one that I'm always letting people know, don't miss this class. It's finance like you've never seen it. You know, it's
was.
not, I know a lot of people kind of shy away. Oh, that's going to be boring. It's going to be math. I hate math, And she brought a whole different perspective to looking at finance with the lever of one and how that impacts, like if you change, whether you change pricing or you give discounts or and what really is going to make a difference to your bottom line is not always what you think is what's going to bring make the difference to your bottom line.
Right. Yes, that was very surprising.
Yeah. So no, that was definitely a very interesting class, and I studied finance, so I have a little bit of a bias, but it was something that I know I was stressing with the class because sometimes, and I've given these classes so many times that sometimes people don't show up to the finance class thinking, oh, I'm not going to understand it, or it's going to be boring. It was far from boring.
Far from it. and worse yet, some business owners think, I have that covered. I already know what I'm doing. There's always something to learn. And I did.
And the handouts. So the handouts, so one thing that people need to understand that we are working with a team of professional business coaches who are sharing their tools with all of you. The handouts that are they seem very simple, and they are very simple, but you have to use them and apply them. And a lot of graduates are. I'm afraid that some may just file them away and not look at them for another year. And when they pull them out again, they're going to say, well, what was this about? And so we're encouraging all our graduates to reach out to the coaches, right now, while we're still working with them. They're available to you to answer any questions. And And that's what's amazing about this class, because coaches have prepared material that they use with the companies that they work with, that they work on this stuff over a period of a year. So you guys are getting a very condensed version of what they work with. So they're giving you a lot of information in a short period of time, but they're available to you to help answer any questions. And with that, is this program something that you would recommend?
Oh, of course, hands down, no question. This is highly recommended. Why is it highly recommended? Because you can only improve, right? There's only benefits to the class. Improve as a person, improve your team, improve your sales, which is what we all want, right? There's really no reason. The question shouldn't be, would you recommend it and why? Why attend? The question is, why not, right? Again, it's nothing but a benefit.
Let me tell you something, and I'm not going to give so much away, but on your field, it's difficult because in construction, is how I can trust her. The whole thing. It's one of those challenges you have.
Absolutely.
Second, who is she? And believe me, even you win a bid, always those questions come around because it's a reality. So how you do it, and also that, because we want your experience to motivate others to join this program. So on that, please tell us how you deal with that. Tell us about your background. Tell us more about you. So to understand the challenges you have, because I know that those challenges because we live those, and you overcome those challenges. So we want to know more about you. Tell us about those challenges, and let us know how they can find you, your firm, your phone number, and everything. We'll post it. On this video, but tell us more about it, please, Ana.
Yes, Carlos, you're right in that it's a very difficult world that I'm in, construction, design and construction. I have to prove myself every day, right? I walk into a meeting, and if they don't already know what I do or what I can do, I have to show them right away. And you're right, as a woman and as a minority, I do have to work not twice, but multiple more times as hard to do just that and to get the same respect and the same credit in this world. And so I do that. I do it every day. I make the right decisions, and I prove myself with every design, with every meeting, with every aspect of what we do as architects, that I can do not just as good, but better at many times.
Do you change orders easily?
Do I do change orders? You say change orders. Now, change orders are part of the construction world, right?
Yeah, yes.
Hopefully, they're value-added change orders.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
And yes, we always strive to do the best for our clients, of course.
And tell us about your company, how they can find you, your name, your company name, please.
Thank you for that opportunity.
Oh, you're very welcome.
So we're AB Studio. We are a full-service architecture firm. We have the experience of large, complex, high-caliber projects, but at the same time, we have the personal service and the flexibility of a small firm. So we have the skill of complex work, but with a limber way of implementing it to any project and any team. And you can find us through the web, www.a-b-studio.net. And I'm sure that you'll post the rest of my information.
Oh, yes. And also for our audience, Ana, so if I had a garage conversion, or I want to build a new home, there are projects we can count with you?
So most of my experience is in commercial architecture. It's not that I don't do residential. I welcome that work, of course. But yes, it could be anything from a small addition to a house all the way to I've done multi-story buildings and anything in between, for sure.
And now in the market is coming up the affordable housing. So
Yes.
it's to me talking with the construction industry leaders, and it's very important to be precise and have affordable housing. How you can be involved on that to present, because today's market it changed everything. And the past was just regular plugs. Today you need to have USB, you need to have ready for Wi-Fi, smart homes. Today
yes.
smart homes, so you are able to participate in design that.
Oh, absolutely. So what as an architect, what we do is we bring the team of experts together, right? So the engineers, but also telecommunications, all of the systems that go into a building, that is exactly what we do. We bring those services together, those disciplines together to provide those services for any type of building. Yes.
Oh, great.
Anna, I'm
Okay.
sure your field is a highly competitive field. I'm sure there are a lot of architectural firms that you have to compete with. So what makes you unique? Why should they hire you? What makes you different from everyone else?
I think, well, as you said, being a female minority veteran, right? Some would say that's unique, but I think more importantly than that, I think is what we can provide, the services that we can provide, the experience in the complexity of high caliber, like I've been saying, projects, but with the flexibility of a small firm and the personal service, which is very important.
You just mentioned something that I love to. It's personal, local, and experience.
Yeah.
Because we're dealing, well, not anymore, but in the past, dealing with international or national firms, it's a headache.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
En español we say, Panchito no sabe lo que hace Jorgito y Josecito tampoco. You know what I mean, right?
Yes.
Who made those things?
Right. You have wonderful, large international firms, right, that will give the big show of all of their capabilities, and there are many. But then you're getting handed down to, right, a junior person, and you don't get the person that offered those services to you many a times.
And last question for me. Why is blueprints all that always? There's no colors. Everything needs to be blue. Any advice on that? Because blueprints is any other color. So, that color. I know what is that color. Yeah, but everything is
Why
blue.
not red print? Carlos, when I started in the industry, there were still blueprints, right? We would still print with ammonia. So we would get in front of...
It's true.
Right.
Yeah, there's
So
no, yes, true. Yeah,
So
I forgot that.
you would
yes.
have to get in front of the printing machine
And
and
big,
get a whiff.
large cheese that smoothing over. Yeah, it's
Yeah, and those were the blueprints, and that's what it came because of the chemical reaction of those original prints. Now it's all laser printing and black and white, and there's no more blue, but but it remained the blueprint.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
true.
I have one last question.
Sure.
How does AI play into all of this? How does AI impact your industry as an architect? I mean, I bet that's fascinating.
It is fascinating, and we've already in the industry are having many discussions in that regard. Some colleagues, and I've done it myself, are able to talk to AI and have it spit out these amazing, beautiful images of buildings.
Wow.
Right? So where does that leave us? Right? That is, it is going to be an ongoing discussion, I think, for not just architecture, but for many industries. I think we have to, it's a wonderful tool that we're going to have to learn how to use to the better of humanity, yes, without compromising also that humanity.
Right.
It's going to be an interesting ongoing
And I
discussion.
agree with you because I was looking at leaders and industry in Southern Nevada, and I see how robots coming in to play and painting and drywall
Amazing.
and also
Wow.
heavy equipment that they kids control from one room where they like a playroom, and it's amazing what is coming to the construction industry. Coming out, it's already here, but what it will play the next years for, and like you say, the ingredient is humanity. So
That's
machines, humanity. We'll see. But this is for our kids, so I'm good for now. So.
Well, I
Yeah,
like
I
the
know.
perfection of a robot painting a perfect wall. I have to say that I like that. But for an architect, I'd like to know that there's a human behind all of that, making sure
Absolutely.
that the quality and the safety and everything is
Yes.
incorporated, because I know there are a lot of elements to architecture. You want to make sure if you're building a building, it's not going to collapse.
Of course.
And
yes.
can we truly trust AI to not cut corners? I don't know.
Right. Well, absolutely. I hope that we're not obsolete yet. And in the future, we will, I believe, have to continue to work with AI.
And let me tell you, as a woman, an architect, kitchens and closets for humans. So you design perfectly.
Yes.
Because robot cannot
Very
understand that.
important.
They cannot
No.
understand that. Not any robot can understand that.
They
So,
don't get it.
Yeah. That's,
Well, more men are cooking too, and they like big kitchens, so not just women anymore.
very
so
true.
it's,
yeah, but la licuadora, the fridge, and the
Yeah.
coffee
Right.
machine.
that's
So yes.
right.
And we want to thank you too.
Yes.
Thank you
Anna.
for this opportunity
Anna.
and for the class, for the organization, everything that you guys do and have done for me personally, but for the whole community. Like we were talking earlier, Maite, from Otto's founding his vision to Peter's ongoing carrying of that flag, and you guys, we met and you steered me in a direction that benefited me, Maite, the classes, all of it.
That's
you.
what we do. And no, thank you. It's an honor to meet you, have a conversation with you, and an honor to see you in the growing in the construction industry. As long we are here, we will support you all the time.
Thank you. The honor's all mine.
All right. Maite, now a commercial.
Well, I want to say that we are so grateful to Dieter, the Department of Employment Training and Rehabilitation, who has through their sponsorship has made this possible, that we can work with all of these incredible leaders and business owners to help their businesses grow and help leaders grow in their careers. So thank you again so much. And we look forward to seeing all of these businesses prosper, and we will be here for them so that they can continue to grow and prosper.
Thank you.
And with that is we conclude this podcast, and we want to darte muchas gracias, Ana.
Gracias a
Thank you to
ustedes.
my co-host, Maite. And thank you to Líder. And hopefully we'll see you in the podcast. Have a wonderful day.
Gracias. Adiós.